710 ESPN Seattle presents
The Calabro Show warm-up, powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
All right, welcome to the warm-up, 3 to 7 o'clock. Kevin Calabro, the go-to guy, Jim Moore, here on 710 ESPN Seattle. Jim's got a little beanie cap on today because he's got a new haircut. If you're wondering, that's why Jim's got the beanie cap on. Is it a beanie cap, skull cap, what do you call it?
How do I get talked into doing stuff like this?
Pittman talked him into
Gary,
it.
how does this happen? I don't know. See, my hair is just...
Gary, the intern, loves it.
See,
no, he said his head was cold.
He got a haircut, and he said his head was cold, so we thought we'd help him out.
You don't want this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm all right.
First caller at 866-97... Just kidding. Did Jim Moore used beanie? Could get something for that on eBay.
That's fetched quite a bit.
It's another terrific warm-up here, isn't it?
The go-to guy is not amused. We'll come back next. Welcome back to the warm-up. You were down there for the Pete Carroll press conference this afternoon. Any revelations down there at all?
Good news, I think. I mean, it sounds like Jackson might play. Zach Miller looks like he's going to return. Max Unger will be back. And there's one other player.
Marshawn Lynch,
Marshawn
maybe?
Lynch looks like he's going to play. I got everything was positive coming out of that press conference.
Fantastic. Did you see the column in Dan Bickley's space today in the Arizona Republic? He is pushing hard for the Wildcats to get off the stick, get busy, and go after Mike Leach.
Well, I missed that. The Bickley column. You told me to read the Bickley column, and the one I read was about the Cardinals.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Well, they're in disarray, too.
So the Arizona, the Mike Leach thing was probably from the day before.
It may have been. Yeah, it may have been. You know me, I'm always a day behind.
Well, I don't know.
But yeah, he was really pushing for Mike Leach down there. And then on the other hand, one of their other staff writers says, no, he absolutely would be the wrong guy for Arizona after what we have witnessed with Mike Stoops. Greg Byrne, the athletic director, wants no part of a guy that carries on the way Leach does on the sideline, who kind of carries himself above and beyond the program, who is...
What's Leach's demeanor on the sideline, though? I don't remember him being...
He's pretty demonstrative.
Is he?
Yeah, but I don't think
he's not like Stoops. So.
No, he's not crazy, but he's very demonstrative, and I find that to be okay. I find that to be all right. Don't you? I mean, there are a lot of coaches that I noticed earlier today the fellows were talking about Nick Holt and his demeanor on the sidelines, and Brock Hewitt I thought hit it on the head. Go around and watch any college football game any Saturday afternoon. You will see some guys, coaching staffs, really cut loose on the sideline. Absolutely. So it's not like Nick Holt is new or Mike Stoops is new or this kind of decorum is new on the sideline. You're always going to have somebody that's a little demonstrative over there. Paul Wolf has some stomping tirades too. So this is not something that's new. At any rate, that was the point of one of the staff writers. And they talked a great deal about the money as well that's being thrown around now. The thing to keep in mind is these universities are getting anywhere from $20 to $25 million next year off the national television. These contracts are going to go through the roof. I know we make a big deal about Nick Holt making the 3-year, what is it, $1 million deal? Or
he's at $650 a year now.
Okay. But you know what? Get locked and loaded, baby, because these salaries are about to escalate everywhere in college football. And so Arizona's looking at this was in the Republic, about $2.5 million to hand out to somebody. I still got to believe, though, Bellotti.
Are they? They were talking to
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and they were talking about Chris Peterson at Boise State making almost below the median for FBS coaches, which is about $1.5 million. He's making 1.4 there at Boise State. And they make a very good point. With Boise State rumored to be in this conference, and then in this conference, and then in the mega conference, Chris Peterson making him a point and say, that Pac-10, that thing's on the rise. There's some stability there. And that may be where I want to land. So I wouldn't write Chris Peterson out of the picture in Arizona either. We get into this discussion because we talk a lot about Washington State and their coaching situation and the situation down at UCLA.
Yeah, and you realize Paul Wolf makes less than Nick Holt. He makes $600,000. I don't know if that's going to be a factor or not on whether they're going to keep. I don't think it will be because I think Washington State's in a position now with the TV money to go after some of these bigger name coaches.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. Leach is going to be a really interesting guy, though, isn't it? When it comes right down to it, on where he ends up.
Definite wild card.
And you and I both think he's great, right?
I think he's his record speaks for itself there at Texas Tech. I mean, look it up. Well, we've talked about it on the air here, and I think Bellotti is wants to go. I think Bellotti wants to get into L.A. I think that UCLA job, if Neuheisel is not the guy, and I think that he still has a heartbeat down there. Believe it or not, I really do. In terms of that job for one more year, but if he's not the guy,
do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Neuheisel?
Well, just looking at their schedule, I think they still
got Cal this week.
They could still win.
They could beat Cal.
They could still win 6 games. So we'll talk about that today when we get underway at 3 o'clock.